Hi, I'm Tammy Bowman, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
Well, that's that's a pretty deep question. I mean, I think that by and large, radio's probably done as much as they feasibly could for local bands. First of all, you know, for radio to really support local bands, you have to have local bands that are playing original music and not so much covers. And so there has been a little lack of that over the period of time, over the period of years, but the bands that have done a good job at that have been supported more so by local radio. So I think that really comes back to the musicians themselves. If you want to attract attention and be able to demand the support of your local media, radio, in this day and time streaming or whatever, you need to be creative. You need to be able to put something out there
people hadn't heard before.
Right. Well, it still has its own category of importance, but certainly they don't have the captive audience that they once had. You know, when I was a kid coming up, radio was all we listened to. That's all you had to listen to. And now there's so many options out there. I mean, I could, you know, bring up my iPhone right now in 5 seconds. You know, be listening to anyone that I want to listen to without commercial interruption. But the local radio here in Montgomery in this area, I think they want to support. I've spoken with some of those people that they want to get involved with that, but we're going to have to build something worthy. Yeah,
quality work will always shine through.
Absolutely. It is because you get the gospel out there on the airwaves. You know, you have people that begin to hear things they haven't heard before, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is really good. Where's this band from?" Montgomery. Oh, you're kidding me? Really? We thought they were from L.A. or Atlanta or Memphis or New Orleans or whatever. And we're trying to develop with Mama Montgomery's own music scene and our own sound. And if you go to Memphis, they've got their own sound. Nashville, of course, has theirs. New Orleans does. Athens, Georgia does. You know, most of these music towns have their own sound. Well, it takes more than money. It takes like-minded people with the same passion, and it takes being wise and putting your best foot forward. And certainly, it's got to come from. I think it has to come organically versus being contrived. Not to say that the city hasn't done a good job over the years with Jubilee, but obviously they've had to downscale it because it hasn't been as big of a success as it has been in the past. And I was talking to a gentleman today. He said that they actually, years ago, sponsored that first downtown concert and did it for a couple of years. And it was a free deal. And all the citizens came, they brought their coolers and the chairs, and they had stages set up, and it was the biggest thing Montgomery's seen in years. And then over the years, others got involved and became more commercialized. It was a $40 ticket, $50 ticket for 2 days.
And they're spending big money on big acts from out of town, and
they lost the focus.
To a point, but
should have been local bands.
I think it should be a mix.
Yeah, I certainly think.
And
it should
early
be a
on,
mix.
it was a mix. They'd have local bands play early on and feature them. This is your chance to be, feature playing in front of Leonard
Do we
Skinner.
need festivals like that to build the same along with everything else?
I think so, if put on the right way.
That would be great.
I'm all about, if I were going to put on a festival, the first thing I would do is make it absolutely free to attend. There wouldn't be a ticket price for it. I would have the local sponsors that wanted to be a part of that funded. Because if you're a sponsor, if you're an ABC sponsor, and the reason you're doing that is for exposure. Well, if you charge a $40 ticket price, your exposure is going to be inhibited by the fact that you have low attendance. Whenever, let's say for example, that sponsor may have decided to put $5,000 in the sponsorship, and they get exposed to 1,000 people because it's a $40 ticket price on it because they're booking national acts. Why not take it down to regional, maybe one national, a bunch of locals, have no ticket price, and let the sponsors kick in 10 grand because they're getting 5 times the exposure that they would get. And then you get more community involvement, you get more of excitement there, you get more support for your local bands, more exposure, and a greater appreciation by the local community. That's just my opinion.
What you said.
Yeah, you think?
I agree.
It's not that difficult, is it?
No.
Hi, this is Ziggy. Welcome to Friday Night Live.